What is up, fam? Welcome back to the Car Talk podcast. I wanted to build off of yesterday's podcast a little bit just because I kind of realized that I completely forgot something that is probably the most foundational part to why, a lot of us feel the anxiety we feel when we start creating and when we stop and when we just don't honestly keep going with our momentum. And what I basically realized is just the simple fact that we unfortunately value money too much. Meaning we literally look at the fanciest car. Like I'm literally, next to me is a Ram, one of those newest Rams that have like 800 horsepower or something crazy. And it's like 5 years ago, I would have looked at that thing and I would have been like, damn, I wish I was him. Like, oh, I wish I owned that thing. Like, oh, I would do anything for that. And this year, I'm realizing, like, I'm changing so much. And I would never really value money or like a materialistic thing over my own freedom and over what I'm actually about to be doing, which right now I'm actually headed to a car wash because Birds just decided to, man, you hear that truck? It's a TRX. That thing is sick. I'm not gonna lie. That thing is super fucking cool. But anyway, I wouldn't buy that thing if it was gonna mean that I was gonna have to, spend 40 to 50 hours a week doing something that I didn't love to pay for it. And, if every time I filled up my gas tank, I got like a gut feeling that was like, oh, like that sucks. Like, no, I would never want that. And like, if that's how he's driving, which honestly, who knows? I don't know him, but I kind of like to paint a little scenario, like a little mental health practice. Like, 5 years ago I said maybe I'd want to actually be like him. But now I'm almost like empathetic for him, and I'm just hoping that he is super well off, and that maybe, he's got at least 500,000 or maybe even a couple million in the bank. Because otherwise, I don't think it's practical to be driving a truck like that. Or at least if you, I guess it's one thing if you genuinely love whatever it is that you're buying. But for example, like 5 years ago, I would have loved to buy a Rolex. I'm not gonna lie. If I had like 30 grand, I'd probably buy a Rolex. If I was, 5 years younger. And if I had the perspective that I had 5 years ago. And I think even today, like a lot of people, I'm realizing still have that mentality, and that's totally fine, and it's totally cool to like want the nice stuff. But my thing is like, you need to actually ask yourself if that's what you love, if that's what you really, really like. Because if it's not, I promise you, you are going to dig yourself into a hole that you do not want to be in. And, the sooner you can figure out what you actually want to do in this life, the sooner you can honestly figure out what you need to do in this life to get there. And for me, I'm lucky, I'm a fisherman. So like literally, it's a Monday, I'm treating today like it's my Saturday. Like Gary Vee says in his song, like straight the fuck up. I knew 3 years ago that this is what I wanted to do on a Monday. I didn't care if it meant that I had to sleep under a roof with 4 others. I didn't care if it meant that I had to, sleep in a less comfortable situation, or even eat less quality food, or just sacrifice some of the things that I sacrifice to be able to go out and fish on a Monday. You know what I mean? And I just genuinely, I want people that, when you're listening to this, I don't want you to think like, oh wow, you must have a cool fucking life, good for you, you like what you do and good for you. But I want you to actually be thinking about, what do you like, so that you can start building something that you actually would love to do Monday through Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, obviously everybody's got to pay their bills and everybody's got to do what they've got to do to make ends meet. But you can limit the amount of money that you're spending each month. Like, I'm not kidding. I spend very, very little compared to my peers and my best friends. Very, 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 very little compared to them. And how is that? Well, first off, I do not have a place with me and my girl. And if me and my girl had to find a place, we would not be doing it by ourselves at 24 years old. We would be going out and finding 2, maybe 3 other roommates. And then we would, basically live for around the same price that we're living for. We would both be working jobs that we don't hate, that we like, you know, to be able to make ends meet. And we would just, you know, live the life that we want to live Monday through Sunday. And I just feel like too many people want the TRX, or they want, I should say, the TRX, but they don't realize that that TRX is not actually what they want. They just want to make others look at them and be like, damn, like, you got a TRX? Like, damn, that's cool. Like, I wish I was you. And fuck that. Like, fuck that. No, I wanted a Rolex. Why did I want a Rolex? Literally because I wanted to show my peers that I had a Rolex. I'm being vulnerable as fuck with y'all. No other reason. Like, I would rock it on my wrist for what? To have that thing glisten and just show everybody else that I've got a Rolex. I'm not the type of guy that is a watch guy where, you know, like, I just admire the beauty. I mean, I admire the beauty of art, but not a fucking $20,000 piece of metal or a piece of fucking, you know, nice diamonds and all that shit. Like, screw that. Honest to God, screw that shit. I'm not for it. I'm for doing what you want to do Monday through Sunday. And whether that be, you know, playing sports, whether that be creating content, whether that be fishing, whether that be doing whatever you want to do, like, everybody's got their own thing. But my biggest thing is, don't let your world revolve around money. And I think a lot of the people that I know are letting that be the case. They're literally sacrificing so much of their time because their lifestyle is way too out of whack. And I think now is no better time. A lot of you guys are young, and I'm a big believer in what Gary believes, which, you know, no surprise there. But if you take a few steps back, even at 40 years old, 30 years old, to be able to take a few steps forward, you know, through patience, like, it's all gonna work out. Like, you just have to humble yourself and just do what is best for you and not care what other people think. And that's like the underlying thing here, is just the fact that you can't care what other people think of you. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be rocking Supreme, you can't be rocking the designer shit unless if you really fucking like that shit. If you're doing it to make others look at you and be like, oh man, I wish I was him. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're part of the fucking problem. If you really, really love the art behind the designer stuff and, like, you really love fancy shit, that's one thing. Don't get it mixed up. Like, don't think that I'm saying, you know, fuck all the sneakerheads and all the guys that spend a lot of money on luxury clothing. Like, I think those people are fucking cool as shit. And you'll see in my socials, like, I follow people that, you know, post flashy shit because I think it's cool that they think it's cool. And they're passionate about it. And it shows. That's why it's successful. And that's why there's a lot of other people that flash Lambos and Rolls Royces and all kinds of jewelry online, and they don't go anywhere. And that's just simply because they're flaunting. You know, they're just not as passionate and authentic with it. And I think that's a fucking hard hitter for our society, is just the fact that we are all keeping up with the Joneses. We are all trying to literally, you know, make others think highly of us. For what? You know what I mean? Like, no one else has to live the life that you and I live. We have to live the lives that we live. So why not take that personal and go out and build a life that is meant for you, and that is meant for all of the things that you are meant to be doing in this life, not some of them. Like, if you're a fisherman, you know, if you like fishing, for example, but you have an occupation, maybe if you're young enough, maybe you should reevaluate how much you like that occupation. Is it gonna allow you to be able to fish the amount that you need? And if it's not going to, you're gonna need to adjust. And that's exactly what I had to do. Is like, I literally had to learn the hard way by doing, you know, working too many hours and realizing, like, oh my God, this is draining. Okay, well, let's back down this and let's ramp up this. And, like, I found a balance, but I'm still finding my balance. Like, I'm still noticing myself changing so much to the point where, for one, I think it's super beautiful, but for two, I just think it's like one of those things that, you know, is just ever evolving, I guess. Like, I'm not, like, obviously you stay true to yourself, because your soul, from the time you're born, I believe your soul is, you know, the same to the time you die. And I just think that the body being separate and the mind being separate, it's just like one thing to kind of like move everything in the direction that your soul needs to go and wants to go. But once you start going, that's when you start to feel like the flow, like the true creativity, the true passion, the true like voice that you have, you know. Like, that's when I feel like you just go out and you just do you, and you make a difference every single day, every single moment, every single, you know, second that you can. And, you know, obviously everyone makes mistakes, and everyone, you know, has their struggles, but ultimately there are a lot of people that are doing really, 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 really well in these days. And there's no reason why you and I can't be part of that and part of those people. And I just think it comes from going out and doing stuff, going out and literally posting, you know, going out and doing things that other people aren't necessarily doing, even though they know damn well that it is good to do, because they're seeing people have success, and because they're seeing people do the things that they want to do and that they love to do, just simply because of the fact that they hit post. So please take this shit personal and start one way or another. You know, I don't care if you gotta make a new account. I don't care if you gotta do an anonymous account to start out. Like, literally just start. Hit post, and tomorrow hit post again. The next day hit post again. And over time, things will just get better and better and better. I promise. It's just like doing push-ups. Might not be able to do 10 today, but I guarantee you 3 months from now, you would be able to do 10 if you were to push yourself to at least do like 5 to 10 knee push-ups every day, and just obviously go through just building up every single day. Take a few off days if you're really, 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 really sore, but ultimately push yourself through to that point where, like, you know, you have no choice but to grow. That's where you need to go. Get yourself to that mindset and that perspective where it's a you versus you game. You don't give a shit what else is going on around you. You're just hands in your ears, closing your eyes, just fucking going about life, doing your thing. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. So with that being said, if you're out here listening to this and if you're happy, please spread that happiness in one way or another. And as always, fam, stay curious. This world is nothing, and this life is nothing if you do not stay curious. So please, take that to heart, take it personal, and do something with it. I love you so fucking much, and I can't wait to talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.